I'm not very humble, is the short answer. I'm quite proud, actually.
Yes.
That was really comforting to hear that from such a brilliant and amazing director.
Yes, it was intimidating, but by understanding why they're involved, just made it more worthwhile.
First of all, thank you so much. This is such an honor for all of us at ArcLight to have a moment of your time.
Thank you.
I want to imagine that you just travel the world going to fantastic restaurants for months.
Well, no, you know, I'm very greedy and I eat too much. But I kind of like peasant food. I do. I'm not a sort of, I don't go out to big grand restaurants. Once in a while, for a very special occasion, I love to go to a posh restaurant. But mostly I'm much happier going to, you know, funky little holes in the wall, really.
Madame Mallory knows in just one mouthful if a chef has the potential to be great.
The two of you really kind of went around together and researched at actual restaurants going into kitchens. Is this true?
We did. A lot of French kitchens and Indian kitchens, and it was just sort of observing the differences of them and the nature of the cultures within those places.
The most important thing was to learn how to act in the kitchen, and for me, it was really about body language. That was the most thing that I was interested in.
There's a respect, there's a hierarchy, they're your skills, and you should know your skills by not going beyond them.
You see, like, right away who's the leader and who's the chef in the kitchen, and that was really more about that, the most important thing.
And that's what makes it such a strict environment, but one of great respect, because everyone has respect for the chef.
I'm making a rice pilaf to go on the bottom of the whole fish, which is the fish that Hassan catches. What I'm doing with it is I'm doing it very traditionally, using barberries and cloves and cinnamon, and things that speak to him, which is what I would do, because that's what speaks to me.
This is kind of like the magic of this film, in part, is that inevitably it gets you talking about food.
Oh yes, of course. You know, it's funny, my husband and I have a house in Italy, and in Italy, whenever the conversation is lagging, all you have to do is mention food, and immediately everybody will start talking.
You take a bite and start chewing it, and take a small bite of the chili, mix it with the food.
When we peer behind the film, you've got names like Spielberg and Oprah Winfrey and, of course, Helen Mirren on camera. I mean, no pressure, right?
No pressure. Yeah, who?
There was a bit of pressure, for sure, at the beginning. Spielberg, you know, he was like he is and was a childhood hero of mine, and just to be a part of one of his visions was one of the greatest accomplishments of my life.
When you get very overwhelmed like that, which I was when I first started, is that you can either go into a really dark space and be very nervous and anxious and not be good, or you can be very just, you know, motivated and very excited.
And Oprah is a visionary, and she has a perspective and a point of view on life, and a reason why she puts everything out.
But to work with Lars Åström is really comforting as well. He was with me and with Manish throughout the whole, you know, experience, and he's so sensible, and he made me trust my instinct a lot. And as an actress, I think it's really important.
Were you able just to sort of sit there as a sponge and absorb?
That's exactly it. That's what you have to do, and like that's what I tried to do going into it, was just learn as much as I could from them.
You happy with what?
Very happy. Very happy.
A lot of the guests that frequent our cinema they're in Hollywood, as you know, so they're either working in the industry or maybe want to. What would you say to them?
You know, be proud and be, you know, you do need a certain amount of ego. You have to have a certain amount of ego. You have to have confidence in yourself. You know, but be nice to the people on the way up, because you might meet them on the way down.